right? And there was a Democratic senator that just, at a town hall, just yesterday, or maybe today, got thrown stuff at, right?
Yeah.
And
she's actually a member of Congress.
oh, yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. But to stop all the chaos, you have to start at the top, right? The top has to blow that message down. And when the president's saying things like, you know, calling Congress people, calling, you know, just garbage and things like that, that doesn't help. So is there something that you can do, that Congress can do, to try to reel that in and not get people killed in the streets, right? Because all that stuff is going on because chaos is being created from the top, right?
So I agree with you that I mean, there's a healthy level of distrust in our government. We should always have that. We're at the unhealthy level now. And I agree that we need to bring the chaos and the vitriol down. I'm going to disagree with part of the premise of your question. I don't think it has to start at the top. I think, like, I'm here with AFP, they're a grassroots organization. Hey, look, I can see skepticism on your faces. That's fair. But here, let me ask you this. How much control do you think I have over what any president from my party or another says? Versus control over what I do. So here's what I do. I don't, like, if you can go look at the stuff I put out, I try to avoid using like the red flag words, you know, that most politicians use. I try the commonary thing. I explain what I'm doing it and why I'm doing it without saying, you know, this team's good, that team's bad. This person's good, that person's bad. And I'm hopeful that if enough of us keep doing that, we can bring the temperature down. Even if there are other people out there who can try and bring the temperature up. And if you're engaging in politics in any way, you can do the same thing. And that may not be a satisfying answer for you, but let me at least pitch it to you this way. It's something you have control over. So you can be mad all the time about things you can't control, and at the same time, you can control the things you can control, and that'll make a bigger difference in the long run. And so I don't think it has to come from the top. This is why I love what AFP does. I love grassroots organizations because we can do it better without having to change anybody else.
Right. No, and I don't disagree with you. I love these efforts, right? They are good. I get frustrated just because I'm like, you know, even like there's things that I definitely don't agree with what the president's saying. There's things that I say, okay, that's a good, like you said, it's how we got there, how we do things, right? Yeah. I might agree with the premise of, right? Yes, absolutely. We don't want illegal immigrants who are killing people in this country. Nobody does. Right. And it gets tiring hearing the Democrats and Republicans argue and throw out stuff, and it's frustrating because I'm an American citizen, right? And I expect my representatives to be better, right? And I get it. It does need to start from the bottom, but the top needs to also do it, right?
I agree.
I loved what you said about process, following process, and about Congress asserting itself.
Yeah.
I will admit, I didn't vote for you. I like you a lot. I'll probably vote for you again. I'll probably vote the next time.
I'll take that too.
What I want to do is counsel you on something. The country's ready. The country is ready for you to take control. For you to say, I'm in Congress, damn it, listen to me. I told you have to spend this, you didn't spend it. That's not okay with me. And we'll follow you. We'll support you. We will give you money for campaigning. We'll make you the next senator. You gotta, someone's gotta stick up. But someone has to stick up for Congress. Yes. Yeah. You gotta stick up for your job.
I agree.
Or you won't have one.
Yeah. I know how it works. Let me ask you this. Which thing do you think is more effective at creating change? Being on social media or passing bills?
That's not what he asked.
Hold on. That's not what I'm asking you to do.
Well, you didn't really ask. It was a statement. But what I'm doing...
Social media is unfortunately how marketing. It's like how people do commercials.
Amen.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about it's okay to be covered in social media if you're the person standing up saying, He's ignoring us, or they're ignoring us.
Yeah.
I have constituents, look at, you represent 818,000 people on average. You got 250,000 votes, maybe 200, somewhere in that. You won in a landslide, but it's only 25% of the 818,000.
Yeah.
There's 75% here who want you to be successful.
Yeah.
We want to be proud of our congressperson. The way to get us there, be Republican,
Yeah.
do that, but be a congressperson, so you can't ignore me. You can't shut me out. The fact he put you in recess again is ridiculous. You know there's problems coming next week. It's a ploy. It's a ploy so that you guys don't have to address a bill if it comes back to you, because you're closed.
For past appropriations.
That's
without
not being,
VHS.
we're gonna back you up.
Do you
Go
want
be
an
tough.
answer? Okay, so the recess was planned 3 months ago, not a ploy. It's just what we do so we can spend time in our districts talking to people. But the reason I asked that question is, I had a conversation yesterday with a woman who was in tears, she was upset, and she said, why aren't you saying more on social media about how you feel? And maybe I should, that's a conversation we can have, but what I'm doing is passing bills, and bills actually change where we're going. That's
We don't
the
hear
process
about
thing.
it. So when you pass the
What about
bills,
the
get on
43
social media.
days
I did answer your
We
question.
almost made it.
So close.
But what I'm saying is, if you're doing that work, that's fantastic. We love process.
Yeah.
Advertise it.
Okay.
Make
so-
sure we know about it.
So talk to me about that. I go on the radio here every chance I get. I'm on the radio in St. George.
I don't even own the
at least
radio.
Once a month. I send out a weekly newsletter. Every Friday I send out a newsletter that says what I'm doing.
It doesn't come to me.
I'm on all the social media. So how do I get to someone like you? Where do you get your information that I'm not? Because this is a legit question. I am working as hard as I can every day to try to make sure people know what I'm doing.
This is great. One way I get it is from this town hall. This is the
Okay.
first time I ever got to meet you in person. I'm impressed. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm impressed. Use that.
But where do you normally get your information? Like where do you?
I get it all from online sources.
Okay.
I don't get it from mainstream TV. I can't watch the news anymore.
You're
So I
the
get
majority there.
everything through what you're saying, like newsletters and stuff.
Okay.
But people don't approach me because I'm not a donor and I'm not a member of the Republican Party, so nobody sends me anything as a Democrat. Or worse yet, an independent.
Taylor, standing right here is my communications director. He can sign you up for the newsletter. Like, I'm begging people all the time to sign up for the newsletter. We put a lot of work into it. I do a video every week of, like, explain how things work in Congress. Even, like, what is a reconciliation bill? I think I did about 5 of those while we were working through that. Like, why can we do this but not this? I'm doing the best I can to be, honestly, a civics geek and make sure that everyone who's willing to listen understands how Congress works or why it doesn't work sometimes. So let's sign you up for the newsletter. I would love to have you. as a
And that's
subscriber.
great, but be real, the elephant in the room is what's going on in Minnesota, and if you don't weigh in on that, we don't know where you're at.
So I did weigh in, calling
Tonight?
for a thorough, no, on my social media, I called for a thorough investigation. But
It
it's just,
isn't working because I got the other people in Utah who weighed in and you weren't one of them.
Okay.
So that's national media.
Well, that's
So your
very
media
important.
people need to get you back into national media.
that's good to know.
a statement, but we haven't heard from you.
Okay. Well, maybe, it might be because I retweeted a statement from our appropriations chair, Townhall, and sometimes media just, or like the algorithms just like bury the retweets or like
But
the
it's
shares of
important to
someone
vote that
else's.
way too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like back up
And I do.
what you say and post on social media with the way that you vote in Congress for things.
Which I do. So the fact that you guys aren't seeing it means we've got some work to do. We will address that.
And please understand you're not the enemy. We don't view that way just because we're not Republican.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. I don't view it that way either. And I did say that was the last question, and it turned into like half a dozen questions. So I'm going to wrap it up. I have a heart out. I've got to get to another event. I'm doing a Teletown Hall on Saturday at noon. So, and it is on my social media. If you haven't seen it, go to my social media and find it. So I would love to have you all on there.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Is the most important thing. Nobody in here is the enemy of anybody else in this room. The Congresswoman who coming into this, have a good night.